So, we had a really bad ride yesterday. Yes, we did. Was it all my fault? Yes, it was. So, yeah, we had a bad ride yesterday. He was super spooky. I'm totally taking the blame because I came out here a wired mess. I don't know what was up with me yesterday. I was very just all over the place, not having a good day yesterday. And as I've said before, this guy, he doesn't let me get away with it. Junior would like absorb all of that energy and just let me have a good ride, like regardless of what was going on. Diesel does not. Diesel thinks like, oh my gosh, she's in a bad mood. What did I do wrong? What do I need to be worried about? And that's what happened yesterday. We had a very bad ride. So it is beautiful outside. We are going to saddle up and fingers crossed that we have a good ride. Right? Right. I still love him. I apologized yesterday for being a monster, but yeah, it's like, he doesn't know different. He thinks he did something wrong, I'm sure, but hey buddy, I love you. The worst feeling in the world. I just got hit in the face with his tail. If you know, you know. And I want to be like super cautious about that. Getting hit in the face with a whip. Before we head out to the barn. It is like 30 degrees Celsius. That's hot for Alberta. I know for some of you it's probably not hot. It's hot for us. The question of leg protection comes up because I have like full-blown sport boots that cover the entire bottom half of his leg and around his foot. That gets hot. It gets very sweaty. And the question is that heat good for his legs? Or is it better to have a bit of heat on his legs in the name of protecting them from concussion or striking he might do while we're practicing barrels? I'm honestly not going that fast. I'm probably fine with just a set of bell boots. So that's what I'm going to do today. I honestly don't use my full-blown sport boots a whole lot. I have these splint boots that are smaller that I will use more often than my full-blown sport boots. If we're making a run at a jackpot rodeo, full set of boots all the way around, and they're only on for maybe 10 minutes, like, you know, before my run for a few minutes, make my run, and as soon as I'm done my run, take them off. So today we're just doing bell boots. We're not doing anything super serious, so that's all he's getting today. is fixing to very much nasty storm outside. I'm lucky I rode when we did because, yeah, I don't think it's bad news bears outside. My dog is freaking out. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my game plan because, as I said, I had a bad ride yesterday. And on Instagram stories, I posted that I was embarrassed, frustrated and embarrassed. I was embarrassed because my husband was actually out there. He came and started watching about halfway through my ride, and like, we've been married for 7 years, but I'd still want to impress him, right? And he hasn't watched me ride a lot. Like, usually I'm just out there on my own. And yeah, of course, the one day that he's out there, it is terrible. And it was, as I said, I was in a bit of a mood, and Diesel picked up on it, and it ended up being a vicious circle where he picked up on it, he got nervous, which made me nervous, and around and around. And it just made me think back to the times where I had trouble with my confidence barrel racing in the past, and I was like, I do not want to be here. And so today I was like, I need a game plan. We are going to throw everything at the wall to see what sticks as far as my confidence goes, because I want to make this work once and for all. And so, as one does in this day and age, I asked ChatGPT. I call ChatGPT Steve because it just freaks me out that it's a robot. I'd rather it be like some guy named Steve telling me these things. So I asked Steve for a detailed strategy for achieving my goal of becoming a successful amateur barrel racer. So he gave me 11 things with like sub points. So the first one is establish clear goals and milestones. So successful amateur barrel racer. Right now, all that means to me is getting Diesel patterned and competing in a jackpot. I don't care how I place. I just need to like get around the 3 barrels. I don't care how fast, how slow. If I do that, we're on the right track. Obviously, I'd like to do good, but that's a goal further in the future. Right now, I just want to like get to the jackpot and make whatever sort of run we can make. Timeline, I really don't want to set a timeline, but I feel like given that I'm putting the stakes so low, I feel like given that where we're at in the summer right now, and then we have winter, then we have tax season, I feel like if I can get to it by next summer, I'd be happy with that, and then track my progress accordingly. Next, obviously the big one is to build my confidence on my horse. And as I said, I'm throwing everything at this. So I have several books lined up that I'm going to read. I'm doing the woo-woo things like making a vision board, visualizing affirmations. I'm doing the like actual work of getting out into the arena and pushing myself a little bit more every day. And if I need to like listen to some pumped up music or just whatever, like be able to get myself to push myself a little bit. I'm likely going to take riding lessons or go to clinics. I'm going to study other riders. I'm also contemplating getting the help of like a horse rider psychologist. I know they're expensive, but again, this is really, really important to me. This is something that I really, really want. So the cost of a fear coach, for lack of a better word, might be worth it. Some other things that Steve mentioned were leveraging Diesel's reining training. He is pretty well broke, especially for a barrel horse, so definitely using that to my advantage. And another really important thing that he mentioned is introducing barrel racing gradually. I think that's the combination of doing something new, doing something that involves riding a little bit more aggressively, and me being nervous. Diesel's not really liking it, and I think I need to like pump the brakes a little bit. That's why when you saw me riding today, I was not very close to the barrels. We were just like slowly loping around in really big circles with the barrels in proximity, because especially when we're going to the left, he's acting very, very like, what do you want me to do? And I just want him to be relaxed right now. Like, we are going so slow. I do not need him pumped up on Kool-Aid. I just want him chill, just lope, get your butt underneath you, using your body properly, calm. When we add speed, then we can get a little crazy. And then I'll just run through the other things that Steve mentioned because I don't want to sit here all day. Enhancing your riding skills, mental prep and visualization, developing your horse's physical and mental fitness, preparing for competition, building a support network, which as an introvert, I really struggle with that, but I think that's going to be a big needle mover for me as some sort of a support network. Reflecting and adjusting, and then trusting the process. So that's that. Yeah, I think one of these videos, I have 2 books that I want to order. One book I started, which is Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And I just wanted to touch on that quick because like right off the bat, the author said all fear, or like most fear, stems from the fact that you don't feel capable. You do not feel capable in whatever situation you're fearing. And that's true. Like, I feel like I could not handle going fast on a horse. I can't handle if I lost control, which I don't think that's true. I'm a good rider. I can handle it. But it's just like getting it through my brain, that's the difficult part. So we've got like the theory going on with ChatGPT. Now it's just getting out there, doing the work like I'm doing. Today was a really good reset day where, like I said, we just took it super easy and had a good ride. I was really happy with my ride, and we can just go from there. I might duplicate that ride several times, just like getting us feeling good with that and then going from there. Because yeah, I feel like by the end of it, he felt relaxed under me. I felt comfortable. So if we can build from there, that would be good. So a little bit frustrated yesterday, but I feel like back on track today. And poor Sadie, she is having a heart attack in there. This is where she sleeps at night. It's just in our like entryway. I don't know if you can hear her. She's panting. She doesn't want to eat her supper. Anytime there's a storm, she cannot handle it. So we've let her in here, but she's still like freaking out. So poor girl. It'll be over soon, little girl.
Before we wrap up the vlog for today, I wanted to have a bit of a heart-to-heart conversation with you guys. This time of day, when I'm leaving for work in the morning, it is the hardest part of my day to see my horses in the pasture grazing and knowing that I have a full day at the office ahead of me, and knowing that, to be honest, the office is not my favorite place in the world to be. And, you know, I am not blessed to be in a position where I don't have to work. I do need a steady job in order to afford all the things that I want and have in my life. But, you know, that fact doesn't make it any easier that every single day I am forced to leave what has honestly become a bit of a heaven on earth for me here at the ranch. I love being home so much. I love being at the barn so much. I love being able to just go out and ride my horses, or not even ride them, just, you know, spend time with them. It's so good for my mind, and I am so grateful every single day that I have that. I recently had a therapy session today, and my therapist said, you know what? You need to focus more on horses, because right now that is what your soul needs.